call the meeting to order, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Moving on to roll call.
Casey Benner,
Here.
Mark Buckeye, Tom Hooper, Whitney Tucker,
Here.
Bill Hart. We have quorum.
Okay. Moving on to the approval of the agenda for tonight's meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, moving on to the approval of minutes from our last meeting of April 15th of 2024.
I'll make a motion to accept.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from our last meeting. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, moving on to introduction of evidence.
So we have the municipal code, the Heritage Commission guidelines, and the staff reports that I sent you last week. In addition, I've laid a copy of the door that's being proposed for the garage on SGHC 2024 at your seats.
I'll make a motion to approve the evidence.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the evidence. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, moving on to old business.
I have none.
Okay. We will move on to new business. We will start tonight with SGHC 019-24 to receive a certificate of appropriateness to install a 6-foot wooden fence along the eastern side yard at 164 Jefferson Street.
I do not see the applicants here nor online, but you have the staff report. This is a wooden fence to match the fence that's in the rear that's pictured later in the staff report. There is currently a chain link fence there. I'm not sure, Mr. Barrage, the owner, wasn't sure if it was his, he newly purchased this house, or the neighbors, but either way, he was going to check and offer to take it down. Hello?
Hello, this is BJ here with Solar Energy. I've just been sitting here listening to you guys the whole time. I don't know when I'm supposed to pipe in or if I'm supposed to pipe in.
That's all right. I just didn't know if there was somebody else there for this current one. You're next on the agenda, sir.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm guessing there's been no comment from any of the neighbors.
No comment from any of the neighbors.
Don't have a problem with that. Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to approve the certificate of appropriateness to install a 6-foot wooden fence along the eastern side yard at 164 Jefferson. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
All right.
Good. Moving on to SGHC 021-24 to receive a certificate of appropriateness to install solar panels on the front and rear of the roof at 505 Memorial.
So I believe this is while Mr. Is it VJ you said?
Yes, sir.
Is here. I have denied this, and so now it has come to you, informed Solera that they need to be either on the rear of the roof or ground mounted in the backyard. Besides that, I will leave it to you, sir.
Yeah, I completely understand where you guys are coming from. Unfortunately, this particular project, we have ran every scenario that we possibly can with shade analysis for the customer. And if I put the other half on the back side of the roof, the shade loss and the irradiance of the sun is just not beneficial or conducive for the customer or for the utility company. So we were hoping to get some kind of variance or some kind of exception. I know you guys have a code internally as far as nothing on the front side. We even tried to look at a ground mount on the back side, and the shade loss from the other trees in the home are just going to be too significant and would not make sense financially for this customer to move forward with solar.
Have the customer thought about doing like a, they have like the pergolas and whatnot that have the solar tops on those?
Yeah, you can do them. Unfortunately, the pergolas, when it comes down to it, we've done a few, but they have to be a very substantially large pergola for it to make sense. And the cost to build a pergola is just never, I mean, if I have somebody on a new build or new construction or somebody's wanting to do a pergola anyway, that's a different story. But to try to build one big enough to support this whole system would pretty much take up his whole entire backyard. And just so you guys know, if you want some data, so we try to stay with a 20% shade loss or less for it to really make sense. And on that, kind of that section of the back of the roof where we don't have panels, that is a 48% shade loss. So it just, again, it just wouldn't make sense. And the trees that would need to be removed are from a neighboring property, so it's not even his tree to take down.
What time of day were did you take these?
No, those are a few years old, actually.
Okay.
There's actually an addition on that end now.
And again, I don't know if it also matters, but one of the things that we do differently at Solar Energy, we don't do your typical kind of eyesore panels that have the kind of the bluish tint with the silver outline around them. We do a very sleek black on black. Granted, they're not shingles, but they're pretty aesthetically pleasing. Most people don't even notice that they're there because they have a dark roof.
No, the garage is detached in the right rear. Yes.
I mean, I'm just looking at the size of the yard, looks like you guys are plenty big enough to put them back there.
Yeah, and I have the plans that were submitted from Solaire here, if anybody wants to see the panel photo itself.
Yeah, I don't know about anybody else, I can't approve it for the front part of the house.
Yeah, I think this is not,
I mean, it,
not the type of house that can have those panels in the area of town.
you're bringing the entire
It just,
architecture of it. I mean, and the size of the lot, I mean, I'm looking at the size of the lot, I mean, to me, it looks like there'd be plenty of room to put something back here somewhere. You know, maybe even towards the back of the lot.
Are you talking about ground mount in the backyard?
Either you have a ground mount or something, I mean, I'm just going, I mean, if this is the scale, look at the size of the panels here, there's plenty of room back here to put something.
Is there precedent for this before? Have we denied others, well-intentioned people who want to be solar powered and off the grid? Have we denied them?
We have stuck to this guideline pretty strongly.
It's on multiple occasions for solar panels.
And you guys understand there was a law passed in January of 2023 that no longer allows jurisdictions to tell you can't go solar, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying they can't go solar, I'm just saying aesthetically, it would ruin the whole streetscape of the whole house.
Yeah, it
Yes.
doesn't make
Or even the whole
and
street.
the whole block
Right.
becomes,
If everybody else decides, okay, well, they got it, now we want it, then you got,
and
which, and I think it's great if people want to do it. But I think it's fantastic, but it's
not
Aesthetically,
not
not
in the
like-
historic district.
correct.
Yeah, it doesn't meet the guidelines, and we have to apply the guidelines.
Right.
Yeah, and the guidelines don't allow for that. I move that we deny the application.
I would second that motion. Unless they, like I said, unless they can come up with something where they would build
On the rear,
ground mount
As submitted.
yeah,
as submitted.
as submitted.
So I have a motion and a second to deny the certificate of appropriateness as submitted, which is to install solar panels on the front and rear of the roof at 505 Memorial Drive.
We amend that? Where they can have them on the back?
Yeah, they can have
I
them on
don't
the
have a
back.
problem. Let's amend that to where they can have them on the back, just not the front.
Yeah, it's the front that we're denying.
Well, the certificate is for both.
Okay.
So I would suggest you go forward with the denial, and if they want to put them on the rear solely, they can reapply And I mean, I've had this discussion also.
Okay. Great. Okay.
Okay.
And then it's H16 and P6.
Correct.
I will let the engineering know and see if there's something they can put back together and get back in touch, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All in,
Thank you.
all in favor of denial?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have everything. I'm not sure. We're good.
Ready?
Yes.
Moving on to SGHC 20-24 to receive a certificate of appropriateness to extend the roof along the front and combine two garage door openings to create one new larger opening on the garage structure located at 419 Jefferson.
So this is Mr. Kovac, who was here last meeting to discuss this. And then I also gave you at your places a photograph of the door.
I also have two other pictures that one other style they sent me. I sent them to you and Dr. Patrick. So I'll
But you're
address,
talking about here in the past
doors.
5 minutes.
huh?
You just sent them in the past 5 minutes, right?
Well, he just got them to me today. I've been busting the concrete floor. I've been writing them. So,
Gotcha.
so yeah,
this-
one of them is the one that you have, that style. Correct. Which I think would look nice with the board and batten. Now, they did opt for no windows. So,
Are you looking as part of this for approval for one of these doors or?
well, if that's the one you have and that's the one we have to go with, I'm fine with that. I don't want to reapply.
If I need to, I can print these off.
Ernie, a couple of questions on your application.
Yes,
Now, previously we talked about it, we were going to do a double door,
correct.
and then we were going to do a single door. Previously, when we had talked about this, you were going to do one double door, and then you were going to do a single door.
I thought in the drawings, there was the double door that was going to be combined, and then we were going to do the panel with.
That's what I see now. I'm talking about previously when we discussed it.
Oh, well, we talked, yes.
Yep.
But what was submitted
Sure,
was,
I have everything.
is submitted.
Okay. So I think, my opinion,
If you want to do a door, or I'll do the board and batten with the man door. But there's also another submission, which is related to this one
right,
that you guys have.
that's right. I mean, but to me, I think if you're going to close off one of these, you're going to change the whole facade of the garage.
Oh, I get it. No, that's fine.
So I think if they did, a double door and then another single door, I think would be more aesthetically pleasing. I think it would still carry the architecture of the garage itself,
It's fine with me.
The drawings show that it changes the entire garage dramatically, almost like removing it and putting a brand new building up there that really doesn't have any basis to the architectural design that's there.
But we talked, what we had spoken with prior to submission was keeping the same facade on the front identical to what is there, the board and batten, the dog ears on the garage. Nothing is going to change there.
But you're changing the entire roof line.
Well, no,
No.
that's on, yeah, they're bringing the whole thing straight out.
Yeah.
For,
Correct. Correct. Same facade. It's only just going to be 4 foot in depth.
Right.
We're bringing the depth out. It's the only thing we're doing.
Right.
Same roofing material, identical everything.
Right.
Board and batten, dog ears, other than the garage doors, which don't exist anymore. We are going to go with what's submitted.
I mean, like I said, I don't have a problem with, putting the roof extension out like you talked about. I don't have a problem with that. I just want to make sure that, we're gonna have like, from the street, since you can see it from the street, you have like the double door and the single door,
That's fine.
you know, I mean, that's me. Yeah, so, I mean, then,
It'll probably be a manual door. We're not gonna, single door, you can,
yeah, right.
yeah, I mean, the other one will be electric.
Having the opening,
Correct.
7, whatever it is, 7 foot, something like that, you know. But I mean, personally, I don't have a problem with it, as, as long as we amend it to where it's, you still have 3, or it would be a double bay and then a single bay.
If you need amended drawings, I can submit them when I do the permit. That's fine. I know who will be looking at it anyway.
So, Mark, you're saying
Basically, you would-
on the drawing that's here, we would not do the enclosure on this third entrance?
correct, that would be, it would have a garage door on the front. Also, it would look just like this, except this would be a single garage door, and it would have a single
And it would
garage door
leave-
here.
okay.
Correct. It wouldn't be enclosed anymore.
That post would be
So you'd have a double
on
garage door here.
the
Yeah, so we're taking.
And that would still be dog eared, right?
Okay,
You had the still
I
have
would
dog
think
ears,
so.
and then this
Okay.
door would be a single garage door.
okay.
And then, of course, the whole thing's being brought out. It had the corrugated tin, that, like, we're sheltered on
Yeah,
the front of it. That's what it looked like on the front.
okay, so this is what we talked about.
Yes.
Last, okay, I'm caught up.
Do we have any additional questions?
I don't. Tom, do you have anything else? Then I make a motion to approve it with the amendments to it.
So your motion is to approve it with a double door to be the west, single door
Correct.
kept, the false board and batten siding still, and the roof extension.
Correct.
I like it.
I will second.
So I have a motion and a second to approve the certificate of appropriateness to extend the roof 4 foot over the garage door, combine the 2 entrances on the west side, but leave a single entrance on the
Garage
east
door,
side.
correct.
Garage door, correct.
Yeah, garage entrance, yes.
Okay.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye. Any opposed?
Okay. So the second one this evening, Mr. Kovac and I spoke maybe a couple of weeks ago, and this was in addition to what was discussed a month ago.
And I spoke with Mr. Buckeye also.
Okay. So our second one is SGHC 024-24 to receive a certificate of appropriateness to remove the east section and add a man door on the renovated east side of the garage structure located at 419 Jefferson.
I'll just come right out and say I'm not going to approve it.
So basically, you're shortening it, you're taking where those awnings are,
Correct.
removing that entire section.
That's the thought.
And then on the side of that, putting a man door.
That is incorporated, that looks like board and batten. It's not going to look like an actual door.
So you're going to take this historic building and take a.
Well, that's at the request of the owner. That's not my
I just
idea.
wanted to be clarified, because that's in my first conversation on this matter.
Right. But anyway,
Yeah, and the garage is contributing to the property.
correct. I mean,
Oh,
like I said,
I'm fine. I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to accommodate everybody here,
right.
including the owners.
I'm just opposed to removing any part of a historical structure.
Is there any,
I mean, I know there's a man door on that end,
correct.
so I don't understand why they would even want to get rid of that.
I don't know. I didn't
You
get,
know,
I asked him the same question.
I mean, I would deny the application.
Yeah, for the guidelines we
Are
have.
the awnings removable? Because they're not authentic to, they're not from 1936.
actually might be surprised, but I'm not sure about that.
With proper justification, like that, if you could find us photographs showing something,
That they weren't there?
Show an earlier picture of the
Considered.
building without those awnings.
Okay.
it could.
I'll see what I can do.
To remove them back to that original condition.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I have no, it is ugly. That's,
I don't argue with you there, but.
My house built in 38, it has the same thing on
ew.
Yeah.
Sorry.
it. I kind of like them. Keeps the heat,
No, no.
so. Anyway, so, yeah, I make a motion to deny the application.
I will second.
Well, third.
I have a motion and a second to deny the certificate of appropriateness to remove the east section and adding a man door on the renovated east side of the garage structure at 419 Jefferson. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay,
Good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you, sir.
have a good night.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
okay,
All right.
ready?
I am.
Moving on to administrative approvals.
Several. So 499 Market was approved for repair and replacement of wood decking and joists on the front porch with same or similar material and design, and then removal, repainting, and reattachment of the ornamental iron railing. Most of that work has already occurred. It's actually right across the street. 272 Merchant, which is the jewelry store. This is a re-roof on just the front awning. It currently has cedar plank, which is not time appropriate, and we'll go back with architectural shingles that are green. And that was pointed out because there are some green accents in the building. 299 Merchant, there'll be a train mural / sign painted on the west side of the building, facing the DeBerg building. 299 South Main, there'll be a two-bay garage. This is a non-contributing property, two-bay garage placed at the end of the driveway. If you want to see any pictures, or, I mean, it's a pretty plain garage, but this is also a structure that was built probably in 1980. 299 South Main, it's at the intersection of South Main and Seraphin. There was a lot of work done to it recently.
It used to be a mobile home.
There are mobile homes neighboring it, but 2 of the 4 have recently been demolished.
But that house has gone a major renovation.
Correct.
Oh, yeah. Structure,
Correct.
really nicely.
And now adding a 2-bay detached garage.
Oh, my God. Is that owner occupied?
Yes.
Nice.
Attestations to material replacement at 233 Merchant, that's a flat roof. And then 176 North Second, those are downspout replacements. That's Mr. Muzzy, who was here last month to discuss that, and he'll be back in a month or two to ask about his 2-story porch on the back. That is all I have. Any questions?
Any other business?
No?
Okay, any public comments?
I will add one thing. I apologize. Under other business last month, we discussed 135 North Third. I reached out to the owner. We did approve everything that's there. It may look slightly different, the wood porch, except for the double back door. When I called him, he did encounter some structural issues when he took the single door out and decided to go with a double door. We did approve a steel door, but not a double. We can certainly bring that back before you, but that is why that happened. Everything else there, he will be, I can't remember if that was which commissioner asked about it, but he will be adding a wood porch railing on the front also.
One other thing I had, did you get in touch with the contractor on that other North Main project?
The roof.
The roof.
I did not reach out to the contractor because what we stated was that it was going to be not architectural shingles, but flat edge shingles
Correct.
and keep exposed metal valleys. And they did that,
Okay.
but didn't keep the copper, correct? Yes.
Okay.
But I think next time that comes up, we will be much
will.
more specific.
Yep. Okay.
That is all I have. I apologize.
Oh, you're good. Okay, if we do not have any public comments, we can adjourn.